Frieda is definitely a good Peanuts episode, but it's not what I was expecting. This is the first part of the third episode of the first season, and this is an introduction to the character of Frieda. And I was quite curious to see what this would be like because I've never really had an opinion on Frieda. I've never disliked Frieda, but certainly she isn't one of my favourite characters. And based purely on this 7-8 minute short, she's not a very likable character. It was an enjoyable short, but as a character, I didn't find her very nice. And not in the way where, for example, Lucy is quite bossy, she's very headstrong, but she's a really great character. Frieda, I just found to be quite negative, but I did enjoy it. She starts off meeting Charlie Brown and she keeps going on about her natural curly hair. And I love the animation of her. I think she looks brilliant. And then the rest of the short is basically about her trying to find somebody to look after her cat. Being a cat person, that appealed to me. We don't really see cats in Charlie Brown that often. And I loved the design of the cat. She was just holding it around. It kind of looked like a rag doll. It amused me so much. And because she's trying to find somebody to look after her cat, it gives her a chance to meet various other characters. And I thought that was a nice way to introduce her to other characters and how they would respond. And then she meets Snoopy. And we have quite a bit of time with her meeting Snoopy. And she wasn't the nicest to Snoopy. And while I'm not the biggest Snoopy fan, I don't want anybody to talk to Snoopy like that. So it was definitely a very interesting introduction to Frieda. It may not have been what I was expecting, but I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. I found it to be quite engaging, very well animated. The pacing was really great. No complaints from me at all. Definitely keen to see, first of all, if my opinion of Frieda changes. So if I see her in other episodes of Peanuts or any other Charlie Brown cartoons, will I react differently to her going forward? But I'm also keen to see what they do with the character within the Peanuts series as well. Either way, whatever happens with the character going forward, I really enjoyed Frieda as an episode, and even though it's not what I expected, it ended up being pretty great and definitely something I recommend.